And we're back again on with Real Talk Hindsight 2020. We're talking about HIV and AIDS, living with AIDS. I want to throw a few statistics at you. Before we went into the commercial break, we were talking about the practitioner, which is the actual practical having sex and abstaining from sex. And if you engage in it, then how do you engage in it? Some do's and some don'ts. And we're going to throw, these gentlemen are going to throw some tips at you. Some helpful tips. But I want to throw out a few statistics at you.
Excuse the pun, right?
Yeah. I want to throw some a few statistical data at you. Number one, the largest number of HIV and AIDS diagnoses during recent years was for women from 15 to 38 years old. I hope this hit home for someone to learn more about what we're saying and how to abstain. New York was the highest number of women living with AIDS, 22,532. 7 of the 10 states with the highest case rates among women are in the South. So even though New York is the highest, the South rates very, very high, particularly in Georgia. Also, some statistical data for children. On a regional and global level for HIV and AIDS, and this is in the sub-Saharan Africa. Adults ages 15 and plus and children living with HIV and AIDS in the year of 2007, 3 years ago, was 22 million. The new cases were 1.9 million, and adults ages 15 to 49 are prevalent. Their prevalent percent is 50%. That's half of the adults, men and women, in Africa. 50%. You're talking about a pandemic.
Yes.
We want to get into ways and methods of how to protect ourselves. It's okay to have a good time, but when the fun is over, the morning after. How do we protect ourselves, guys?
Well, I think the first method of protection is knowing your status and knowing your partner's status. We hear a lot that everybody's scared, oh, it's a blood prick, etc. There are oral tests. It's just like brushing your teeth 5 times, 5 times, 5 times, and 5 times. It goes into a solution, and within 20 minutes, you can go ahead and get your test results. That's one way to start. And again, not only knowing your status, but your partner's status. I think that's the first way. Secondly,
before you get into it, if you don't mind me cutting you off, somebody out there listening may wonder, where can I get that test?
Okay, there are several agencies this weekend that are doing testing. Tomorrow's actually National HIV Testing Day. You can also go to hivtest.org. There's Aid Atlanta, there's Stand Inc. There's several agencies. There's radio stations that are advertising. There's a big push in Atlanta. Some of your larger churches will be doing HIV testing on tomorrow. This weekend, free tests are being available pretty much everywhere. Stonecrest Mall, Greenbrier Mall, a lot of the black malls, if you would, will be having testing this weekend.
And also for any post-transactional counseling that you need or help or direction once you find out that you have AIDS, just notice the number, observe the number at the bottom of the screen, the 1-800 number, call that number at the bottom of the screen, and someone will be there to help you, okay? So you can live healthy with AIDS, as Reggie Smith said. You don't have to be just in a state of depression and dying with it. People are living far longer now with AIDS than in the past. So call that 1-800 number, or you can Google AIDS or Google AIDS help in your city or whatever. Google that information and look up places that you can go to get some help because you need it, okay? And back to what you were saying, Mr. Francis.
Testing is obviously the first, I would say the first line of defense in reference to protecting yourself. We hear a lot from a lot of clients that, well, if I get it, I'll just take one pill. Taking medication is definitely not a way to prevent yourself. Safer sex practices. For oral sex, there are flavored condoms. This particular one is mint flavored. They have strawberry pina colada. I think they have Hennessy.
Flavor. Drinking out on
do they have flavors for people under 21 years old? Hello, we're not encouraging drinking.
This one is actually peppermint. They have strawberry, etc. This is actually what's called a dental dam that you would use,
right?
literally, and I have used it on Sunday.